Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Amnesia Memories. In the last episode, we got our first ending with Shin in Heartworld, and that was supposed to be our good ending, but we didn't have an epilogue after the credits like we did with the good ending for Kent, I thought. So, I don't know, that feels like it was just the normal ending. So I'm going to do what they said to do for the normal ending choices and see if I get that same ending or if it's different ending. And if I get the same ending, then I gotta find a different guide. Alright, well, you won't be seeing anything that you've seen before. I'll be cutting any of that out, so I won't be wasting your time. I'll be reading you anything that's the result of making different choices, though. So, you can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. We start from save 3. But it's not troubling me. Idiot. Look at the reality of the situation you're in. You can't say that. It's okay, just let me protect you. Things have been pretty rough, but I've been looking into things and asking questions. And once again we say I heard you rescued me. And is it true that Shin stayed back at the lodge? I'm not sure. We went to search for you at the time everyone else did. If he had left afterward, nobody would have noticed him do so.
Oh, I see. It's possible he left while everyone was away.
Ikkyu, why would you say something confusing like that? We took the shortest route and found you, then immediately returned to the lodge. Shin said he would remain behind while we were gone, and he was still there when we returned. Even if he had left the lodge, it would have been a very short amount of time.
I see. Then it would have been impossible for Shin to have passed these two, met you, then returned before they came back. Besides, I don't see any reason why he would need to do that.
Were we any help? Please tell me how to contact the owner? Go with Toma? Could I ask why? Are you okay? Don't worry. I'm just a little tired. Sorry, I'll be fine in a minute. Thanks. I'm fine now. But I was waiting for you to come back. If I did that, we'd never get to the bottom of this, right? Why do you think I went through so much suffering? Use your head.
You don't have to go that far. She was really worried about you.
Just so you know, I didn't push you or anything. Choose all of them again? And here I choose unwisely. It won't take me very long. I might as well be in a horror movie saying, I'll be right back.
Will it really be okay? Well, it'll just be a little while, and it's not so far, so it might be fine. Just be aware of your surroundings.
Oh, are you here for drinks?
Hey, it's Ukyo. He's actually kind of mysterious. Maybe it was bad to come here alone. Ah!
What, are you worried about Shin? Then you probably shouldn't have come alone.
Huh? What's this? The air around him has changed.
And his eyes are really crazy. The air looks fine, but his eyes don't. Weren't you told not to be alone? You have no sense of danger.
Dirili, I've got a bad feeling about this.
What are you doing?
Shin!
I told you not to walk off alone, you idiot. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something strange? I did, didn't I? Never mind, it was nothing. Ukyo, what were you doing here? I just wanted some coffee. Alright, we'll bring enough for everyone, so don't worry. Oh, crazy eyes. Wouldn't it be better for us to go together? We wouldn't have enough time for that. This is fine. Oh right, since Toma and Sawa ran off alone like idiots that night, you two pair up for safety. What are you saying? Go along with it, idiot. I'm reenacting the conversation. Think. What did you say in response to that? What did you do? I just spaced out a bit. It's good you remembered, but if you space out too much, you might fall again.
Dirili, Shin, we found something that looks like sliding marks.
I don't remember. I see. Shin seemed to have some suspicions that you were conscious before we found you. He came to ask both Ikkyu and me about it. Where did this idea come from? It was just a possibility. Judging from what the police said, it seemed like there was a culprit. But I also got the impression that the crime was committed on impulse. If that was the case, she must have said or done something to trigger the impulse on the culprit. If she hadn't, there wouldn't be a reason for the person to harm her like that. But she had fallen from the cliff and was injured. And this time we're actually choosing Toma. Wait, are you really okay with me?
Well, he is like your older brother. He's the safest bet, right?
Oh man, Shin is really pissed. We've only seen that face of his a couple times. We told you to choose, so I'm not going to complain. But I'll be staying in the room too. That alright? What? Wait a second. Then where's she going to sleep? There are only 2 beds, you know. You and I will share a bed. Don't complain. Excuse me, sir. This facility has a batting cage, right?
Why would a place like this have something like that?
Yes, it does. Why do you ask?
Please lend me a bat. I need a weapon. Oh, please make sure it's a wooden one. Why are they letting us reread all this?
A weapon?
Is a wooden bat really okay? If you want a weapon, something else would be more suitable. If it was a real weapon, it could end up being dangerous for me in a scuffle too. Also, seeing how the culprit is likely someone here, I wouldn't want to kill them.
He sure can keep a cool head saying something scary like that.
I understand. I'll lend you a bat.
Thank you. Ah, okay, that's why we couldn't skip. I never thought we'd ever sleep right next to each other again. I didn't expect to be picked. I was really surprised. But it seems like you still think of me as your older brother. And to be honest, I feel the same way too. Though he's not happy about it. But does this feel kind of strange? Could you face the other way when you sleep? You're all grown up. You're a university student, even though you were so little before. What's wrong? Are you trembling? It's okay, don't worry. I'll be by your side until you fall asleep. Aww. Hey, if you do anything to her, I'll kill you. I won't do anything. I'm not you, after all. I'm sorry. So is Shin actually like the most lecherous of all the guys in this game? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait until we actually get to Iki and see just how touchy-feely he is. I mean, it's not like Shin's touchy-feely. He was just always pressuring her, apparently. If it was going to turn out like this, I never should have let you come back here. I should have stopped Shin. I was just like Shin. I thought it would be dangerous, but I was naive. I let you feel afraid. I'm a failure as a guardian. I'm sorry. Just try to get some rest. I'll hold your hand until you fall asleep. Oh, you're so sweet, Toma. I wonder if it is really impossible to stay the same way we were before. And if it is impossible, you can still come to me at least. August 24th.
Good morning.
Why? Be sure to get the pattern on the bottom too. There were shoe prints at the scene of the crime. You really are an idiot. You should realize that at least. I did. I only chose that because the guide told me to.
You're the one who needs to explain yourself. She's a normal person, living a normal life.
Since shoe prints were found at the scene, the culprit will likely dispose of these same shoes when they get home. The real culprit would have disposed of them before they came here. I'd actually rather just go home. I said it's dangerous. You didn't hear me? We'll see how things go today. If everything looks safe, you can go home. Just come with me for now.
I guess he won't listen.
Is he gonna force me, drag me, kicking and screaming?
Seriously, we came all the way back to Tokyo and we can't even go home.
Shin, what is this?
It's an amp. What else could it be? Oh, I guess you wouldn't remember. That complicates things. Let's see. I guess you could say it's like a speaker for musical instruments. Huh? When did you start playing an instrument? That doesn't matter. Were you inspired by her when she started her band? I wasn't inspired by anyone. Damn it. This is why I didn't want to let anyone in here.
But you're the one who forced us to come here.
Alright, we're going to make something to eat. Come with me. Uh-oh, he's all mad now.
And here I say Toma again.
But seriously though, Shin really wasn't holding back when he was hitting me earlier. Even a rolled up newspaper really hurts when you put all your strength into it. He hit you pretty hard too, right? Are you okay? Sheesh, your hand's all red. Does he really think he's still in elementary school or something?
I know, right? At least Toma held back when he did it. Shin, is that really how you should be treating your girlfriend?
But I never thought the three of us would spend time together like this again. This last month, I know it caused you a lot of suffering, but to be honest, I was a little bit happy. The three of us got to talk like it was old times again, and I felt like I was back to being your older brother. This whole month has been really nostalgic. I wish the three of us could continue to spend time together like this. 10 minutes later? Shin's pretty late. There's a vending machine right over there. I'll give him a call. Uh-oh, we didn't distract him sufficiently enough. Hey Shin, where on earth did you go? The supermarket? Why not just use the vending machine? What? All it had was bitter coffee and tea? You're still that picky? Whatever, just get back here. The drinks don't matter that much. 5 minutes later, so we only had 15 minutes as opposed to the 30 that I had before. Thanks to you, Toma. All I managed to find was orange soda. Yeah, so sorry about that. So, what did you get for us? Black tea and green tea. Take whichever one you want. Are you going to give me a hard time? You already know that I prefer coffee. Oh, really? We haven't hung out for a while, so I forgot. And whose fault is that? More importantly, Toma, thanks for lending me your wallet. I'll pay you back tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Shin doesn't seem happy. Is he that displeased about the orange soda? He's not that childish, is he? That means that whatever he went off to do, he didn't have time to finish because he got called back, right?
I went to go to a fancy cafe.
That's something to make Shin uncomfortable. I know.
You said.
A man doesn't go back on his word.
Well said. Alright then, let's have him come along.
I don't really mind going, but what would I do? Should I pick things that would go well on you? Should I just suggest things you might like?
Oh, looks like he really does intend to go along with it. I thought he'd just cross his arms and watch from the sidelines with a sour face.
Wait a minute, what did... I chose a fancy cafe. You changed clothes in a fancy cafe?
Hey, your memories aren't back yet, right? So, why do you say the same things? Humans are really strange. Before, whenever I asked you where you wanted to go, you always said the zoo or the aquarium or a theme park. You always choose places that made me have to question your taste, like why you would want to go to places full of little kids. Do you realize just how much trouble this caused me?
I didn't know. But that might have just been your way of teasing Shin, right? If you're at a zoo or someplace full of little kids, he couldn't suddenly kiss you or anything like that.
Anyway, I made a promise today, so I'll go along with you. Although, you don't really need me to help choose. It wouldn't matter if you got a stuffed toy or a hair accessory. You'd look good with any of them.
How does a fancy cafe have anything to do with any of that stuff?
But that makes me realize I've never actually tried buying a gift for you.
Was this a mistranslation?
It might be nice if you had something I bought for you. Even when I'm sitting in my room, I can feel like I got you all to myself. I know. You could pick something that you can keep at your place a long time.
Doing all those things today sure did make time fly by. Is the day about over?
It's a promise, okay? And our last choice, that wasn't the case yesterday. Okay, here's the difference in the story. No!
So, you really can't remember anything?
It's no good. Damn it, why? You asked before if our current relationship was important, right? It is important. To me, it's more important than anything else. There's no way I would hurt her. You're a liar. You too. I'm not going to fight anymore. We'll just leave this as an accident. No further arguments, okay?
Is this the end of it? Without the truth of what really happened?
Shin, I probably won't be seeing you much anymore. Just go wherever you want, you damn idiot. Why can't you remember any of this? Are you the same as Toma? Just looking the other way, pretending nothing happened? If that's what you truly wanted all along, I guess that means what I did was unnecessary. I dug up something that you had put in the past for a reason, and I damaged your relationship with Toma. This isn't what I wanted to accomplish by doing all of that.
I wonder what will happen to Toma. If it was just an accident, he probably wouldn't have had to pay for any crime. But I'm almost certain that calling it an accident is a lie. Don't you think so too? But in the end, you weren't able to reclaim that memory. Just like Shin said, your subconscious probably doesn't want to know what Toma's true feelings are. Anyway, don't worry too much about it. It might take some time, but your other memories will come back gradually. Once school starts up again, you'll have a lot more to help your memories along. Let's just relax and take our time. I'll be around for a while.
3 weeks later.
I heard that Toma was released.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I figure you probably already know. You're still in contact with him after all.
Once in a while. And we work at the same place, too.
Sure, once in a while.
I'm serious. More importantly, let's continue studying. We don't have much time left. Shin?
Some of your memories still haven't returned, right?
Yeah. But I've remembered enough to get by in life without issues.
But still, don't you think the reason you can't remember everything is because of something related to Toma?
I don't know.
I thought about it, and I think maybe we should break up.
What? This is the normal ending? What? Why? It's not like I'm in love with Toma now, you know.
I know, but you also don't love me the way you did before either, right? Can you really say that you don't have any hesitation in comparing Toma with me? I was actually really worried that you wouldn't choose me after you met us again without any of your old memories. He and I are on equal ground then. Just because we were going out before doesn't mean I can restrain you like this now. It's not really fair to you or anyone. I'm sure you already know that Toma has feelings for you. Just putting this out there. This doesn't mean I'm giving up. I'm saying we should break up so I can win you over again. I don't feel like binding you down like this, just because you feel guilty or something. I just want to be fair. I'm sure you'd feel better with that too. But you know that Toma and I won't hold back. That's not a problem to me. I'll definitely make you fall in love with me again.
You have that much confidence?
Not really. But I won't let anyone else have you. I'll definitely make you mine. So just you wait. Embrace yourself.
I'm already starting to feel like I've been won over.
Hey, don't get so ahead of yourself. Don't blame me if you start to regret it later on.
Okay then. I'll wait. Come and get me.
Yeah, you got it. But don't accept me until you can say you have no trace of regret about us.
Okay. Thanks. I love you.
I told you not to get so ahead of yourself, idiot.
That's no way to win me over. All the idiots. I don't like being called an idiot. Well, that's a normal. I guess that is the normal end. Why didn't we have an epilogue? I could have sworn when we did Kent's we had an epilogue after the credits. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. Alright, well, I'm going after the 2 bad endings now. We should have enough time for that, like we did with Kent's. Open save 2. Okay, here we go. Now we have to say, I didn't know if I could trust you.
You really think you give a key and your money to a man you didn't trust? Why don't you use your head next time?
Huh? So you gave him money too? That's right, he paid the hospital when you were discharged.
So, you didn't go to a doctor for this because you're sick of hospitals?
Yeah, that's right.
If you don't want to go, I won't take you to the hospital, and I won't try to get too close to you either. Is that alright with you?
Yeah, this guy gets it. This is great, Dirili.
So, how much do you remember?
What's with these injuries? Memory just came back.
I see. That's good. It sounds like you can remember some things again at least.
I'm okay.
It didn't look like it. Don't act so stubborn. If you need to complain, tell me. I won't know unless you speak up.
Is this contact info real?
The info's real, but what I said was a lie.
What?
I didn't think you actually had the ability to doubt people. I guess that means you don't trust me either.
Well, you've lied an awful lot. Why should I trust you?
I figured you keep trying to hide the fact that you have amnesia, and it looks like you've still got it.
I don't really feel like walking.
I guess we could go in a taxi then. I don't think you'll get better if you just stay at home.
I guess he really wants to go. Any opportunity to bring back your memories is more than welcome.
Let's get going.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There's no use dwelling on it. I should think of it as a long-term battle.
I'm fine, I just remembered something.
I see. I guess it wasn't completely pointless to have come here then. And what did you remember? Why'd you remember it here and not in the club room? Even kissing you didn't make you remember anything. This is kind of annoying. Well, whatever. Let's go back for today.
Either way, you've been making good progress in remembering.
I can't trust other people.
Huh? You're always so trusting of others. Why are you sounding like me all of a sudden?
'Cause I'm hanging out with you too much, maybe?
I get where you're coming from.
You're rubbing off on me, Shin. Welcome, dear customer. Yeah, let's screw this all up.
Were you listening to me at all earlier? Do it over. Welcome back, Master.
Well, fine, force me to.
Alright.
Yeah, I have to choose all the wrong ones. What would you like to have?
I'll have a made coffee set and a banana tart.
I'll be back in just a moment. He's not gonna lie. He's not gonna yell at me for the last line.
Huh? Was that the doorbell? Do you have a guest?
Oh, I called him. Come on in.
I'm sorry, you had more important things to do.
I didn't tell you because I didn't want you apologizing. My studies aren't an issue. I'll be in class for the next 3 days, so I can make it all up in no time.
Welcome, dear customer.
I don't even know what to say about your idiocy anymore.
I can't make them blush with my idiocy.
Alright, Shin, that's going too far.
It's much cuter when I say the correct line and they both blush. I love that face.
Welcome to, that's wrong. It's welcome back. Even though we know what to say, it still doesn't come very naturally.
So if I choose all the wrong options in practice, I get it wrong when I'm working. Great.
Welcome back, Master. Please have a seat. Right this way.
Wow, Toma's a really splendid butler. It looks like you'll need to try a little harder.
What happened with prep school?
I'm just on lunch. I'll head back after saying hi to Waka.
Wait, who was Waka again?
And I say everyone helped me out. Tell me more about the accident. I remember being found.
Wait, you remembered? But I heard from Iki that you were unconscious when they found you.
What? What could that mean? And who's that? Dirili, do you recognize that name?
But I'm sure it was Shin who found me.
That must be a mistake. If it was true, Shin would have mentioned it.
Huh. So I guess that memory really was from another time.
Shin isn't at fault here.
You've been saying that from the very beginning. I'm really sorry.
Alright, that's enough.
I still need to think about it a bit more.
Huh? You didn't used to think so deeply about things like this before. I got it, though. Take your time and decide on your own. Sorry.
I think your calmness is amazing.
What's with that? It's weird to be praised by you. I feel like I'm talking to someone I don't know. But if I had been more careful about our surroundings, you never would have fallen in the first place.
Who started this love triangle rumor?
Oh, that, To tell you the truth, you and Shin didn't really seem like a very close couple to anyone at all.
Really?
He was always scolding you, and it seemed as if you didn't have much interest in him yourself. On the other hand, your relationship with Toma appeared quite intimate. That's why everyone was suspicious of what caused that incident, even though they wouldn't say it out loud.
That's not true. Shin's been really serious about you. He might be really harsh, but he also shows a lot of kindness towards you when you're together, right?
If this love triangle theory interests you, why don't you try asking the other guests from that night? Everyone was talking about it in secret, so I'm sure some of them know more about it than I. I could give you the guest list if you'd like.
Sure, invade their privacy. All three of us should hang out.
That doesn't interest me.
I don't care, it was my decision.
I'm going now. Look after her, alright?
Get back here!
Wait, he's really leaving? The three of you could just hang out. Didn't you always do that before?
It looks like he doesn't like me anymore. Maybe he's just at that age now.
Talking about him like you're his father. Oh, he's at that age now.
Anyway, mind if I come in? Did you eat lunch yet? I bought something if you're okay with this kind of food.
Whoa, that's great. It's not too hard to cook now, but it sure is painful to try.
I'll make some tea. Have a seat. Or would you prefer coffee? Oh, it's okay if I use the kitchen, right? I'm just going to use the stove. Well, I guess I don't really need to ask.
So he's making coffee, and he's warming up the food even though he's a guest here? He's acting a lot different than Shin was after you left the hospital. Why are they so different?
Because they're different people.
Wow, you've got a nice warm lunch now. Isn't that great, Dirili?
Why are you so surprised? All I did was warm this up. Shin's pretty strict with you. I'm sure he'd say I'm spoiling you by doing this. But I don't think there's anything wrong with helping out someone who's injured. Maybe that's why things aren't working out. Sorry, I don't mean that. But I also know that he didn't leave just because he doesn't like me.
Wait, really? I wonder what he means.
You don't realize it? Shin doesn't like you treating me equally to him. I mean, he's your boyfriend now, after all. You're not just friends, so it wouldn't be right for the three of us to be hanging out together. That's what he wants me to see. Sheesh. He was such a cute little crybaby before, but now he's totally just a regular guy. Yeah, very territorial one at that. And it doesn't matter how much more time passes. I still feel like an older brother to the two of you. He was the first to leave this relationship among the three of us, and he took you with him.
Oh, that's so sad. It's like we left Toma all alone.
Even now, I'm still trying to figure out what it was that made him want to leave. The fact that he loved me and didn't want us to be brothers and sister anymore?
I'm sorry, it's nothing.
Dirili, is that you?
What? Why aren't you inviting him?
Aren't you at work? You shouldn't be making stupid calls. Tell Sawa she's an idiot too. Anyway, I have class. I'm hanging up now.
I think that's fine. If you asked, he might have made fun of you more.
Shin isn't coming? Toma and Mine already replied. They said they'll come.
Oh, I see. Okay, that sounds good then.
Alright, that's enough of that. We'll be opening up the shop, so get ready.
Fireworks without Shin.
So, you were all the way over here. I see you're sitting on the well. Are you tired? Maybe it wasn't good to do this right after work. You haven't recovered yet. Don't push yourself too hard.
Yeah, that's why we're resting. The people around you are really kind. Even your work manager is worried about you.
I see. You didn't invite Shin today. Are you fighting? Didn't you always want to bring Shin to gatherings like this, with all of your friends around? Back when you were in high school, you'd bring sour-faced Shin along and ask me to be his friend.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Isn't it kind of weird to introduce your boss as a friend?
I wondered why you would bring him to gatherings full of adults if he needed friends. But I realized why after learning about his father. Only adults could understand and become his friends.
Oh, right. He said before that his dad got drunk and ended up killing someone. I see. So that's why Shin didn't have any friends besides you and Toma.
That's why I was a little surprised when you didn't invite Shin today. I just hope nothing's wrong.
I think it would have been better if you had invited him.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get the bad ending.
I want him to be happy, and I believe everyone here feels the same way. Of course, that includes you too. That's why I want you two to be happy together.
It sounds like your manager really cares about you and Shin.
I'm very sorry. Forgive me for my poor work performance. What's happening with Shin? Man, I had to say ... a million times. I'm not gonna help Shin out at all.
Is that difficult to answer? Allow me to change the question. It seems you were trying to flee from the suspect before falling. Why is that? ... Is that difficult to answer? Allow me to change the question. After the time that you collapsed, do you remember anyone approaching you? ... It's still difficult to understand. Ask me one more way. Is that difficult to answer? Allow me to change the question. When you regained your consciousness, which part of your body felt the most in pain?
My neck.
Both you and the doctor said the fine cuts from the shards of glass on your neck were relatively painless.
Like she'd know that. The stuff we heard about and the stuff we knew from beforehand is all jumbled up.
You say you were in a relationship with this man. Has he had a history of violence or stalking you? ...
Oh, this is horrible.
Thank you for your cooperation. Your answers were most helpful.
Were they really? Don't lie. Don't patronize me.
I'll be taking my leave now.
Sorry for all the ellipses, Mr. Cop. Shin might be hiding something.
That's definitely possible. Yeah, when you think about it, he seems like he would hide things without any bad intentions, just out of privacy. It might be worth investigating that too, just to be sure.
It seems like Shin's route, there's much bigger differences in some of the routes than they were in Kent's. How was Shin feeling that day? How would she know? I'm not sure what you want me to say. Shin was so calm, it was almost frightening.
I knew it.
Outsiders like myself were much more upset. Although the people who were clearly the most shocked were your friends Toma and Sawa. Shin was so calm, it almost seemed as if he planned to have you fall in the first place.
What? Was he that bad?
Anyway, why do you ask? The events of that night are already in the past, are they not? Shin is still a suspect. He is? Ah, I understand. With that arrogant attitude, I imagine the police didn't care much for him.
Yeah, to be completely honest, I think she's right.
I hope that he suffers in hell for those rude remarks that he made about me during the trip. Whoa, those eyes, my god! Did she catch something from Ukyo? She's psychotic. Is she a yandere too? Oh, right. And it seems that Toma and Sawa were trying to distance themselves from him as well. I wouldn't be surprised if his crazy jealousy turned into murder.
No way.
Regardless, I think that huge idiot Kent would know the most about the events from then. If it's alright, I would like to walk with Toma. Yes, we're going to continue screwing over poor Sawa. Okay, just while we're eating. I heard you rescued me. Is it true Shin stayed back at the lodge? Please tell me how to contact the owner. Sorry, Sawa. Could I ask why? Are you okay? But I was waiting for you to come back.
You want to believe it, but you heard some bad rumors too. Do those have any truth to them?
Okay, I believe you. Why does it sound like you're not so sure? Seriously, you need to believe it or we're going to get nowhere. Anyway, in that case, there's a culprit out there who isn't me. All the choices again. And it won't take me very long. Better for us to go together. What are you saying? Spaced out a bit. Don't remember. And Toma. Why? I'd rather just go home. Shin, what is this? And this time I pick Shin? I think Shin did it? I see. So you still suspect me. That's fine. Just so you know, if I had intended to kill you, I would have been more thorough. I wouldn't have done something stupid like not going to see if you were still alive and not finishing you off. That's the end of that. Good night.
But, there's almost no mistaking that the person who found you in that memory was Shin. But, if it wasn't Shin, the remaining suspects are pretty limited. No way. That's not even...
We should study together. Are you just trying to show some consideration for me? It wouldn't be fun for you if we just studied. It would help, but... Thanks. Then I guess I'll accept your offer with gratitude. I told you already. The X solves this equation, so my calculation is right. Didn't you take exams last year? You already forgot all this?
Grr, of course she forgot. She lost her memories, and everyone knows cramming is temporary. Everything she had besides common sense and instinct ingrained in her body are already gone.
I can't tell if we're studying together or if I'm just explaining things to you. Although explaining it to you might help me remember better, this could be a good study method. Ever since I started taking studying seriously, I realized something. I really like studying. Well, I don't know about studying itself, but it's fun to gain new knowledge. I enjoy reading and going to class. I had given up on going to college because of my family's financial situation, but I guess I really wanted to go. The reason I started working towards getting a scholarship and having such ambitious thoughts is because of you. You were working really hard. It surprised me, and I started asking myself if I was really trying. I'm really grateful that you made me realize all this. So, that's why, to me, you're an inspiration, or admirable, Oh, never mind. Let's just keep going. That was cute. See, I'm all flustered. But you had someone watching me too. Yeah, that was just the best way to get Toma not to leave. I wouldn't do anything to you that you disliked, and it's not that I think there's a need to observe you. There really isn't a need to protect you at my house either. None of it is necessary. I won't break my promise. I won't do anything to you tonight.
I guess you can't help it tonight.
Good work. I've got iced coffee. Want some? Is it poisoned? You probably should take it. There's a lot I've got to talk with you about.
I guess you should take it.
It seems like Shin doesn't intend to tell you everything. I'm sure you can already make guesses about a lot of this, but I wanted to talk to you regardless. But telling you all this will only give me a moment's respite. After that, everything will come crumbling down. Everything that you, Shin, and I have built up over the last 20 years, it'll all be gone. Do you remember this place? When we were little, all three of us came here and got lost.
Huh? Wait, what is this place? Wasn't the place where Shin told us to meet closer to the cafe?
Back then, we thought it was really far away, but it wasn't even 20 minutes from the neighborhood where we lived. I was fully intent on protecting you both, but in reality, I was so afraid that I didn't know what to do. I'm still afraid. I'm afraid of you disliking me, and of Shin hating me. It's been a month since that time. Ever since, I felt like I've been on edge, in complete fear that everything would collapse. Sometimes, I even wondered if I'd really gone crazy.
Toma!
I don't know what the best thing to do now is, but there's one thing I want to make absolutely clear. And that's that I could never forgive anything or anyone that would hurt you, Dirili. I really don't want you to know the truth. Ever since you lost your memories, you had started relying on me again, just like you did before you started going out with Shin. It really made me happy. I felt like we had returned to the past. But it was too cruel. All this time, I've been convincing myself that you already belonged to Shin. But the change in events gave me hope. I thought that the three of us could go back to the way we were before. If only I were stronger. I wish I could have helped you fulfill your own hopes and dreams. But right now, this is the only way I could think of to help protect those dreams.
Hey, what are you saying, Toma? What's wrong?
I have been drugged.
What? Dizziness? Dirili, are you okay? Could it have been that drink?
You don't have to worry. I won't betray your trust. And Shin will be with us too. What? All you have to do is stay there and keep dreaming. You won't suffer or feel any pain. Toma!
Wait, what are you doing to her? Stop it!
Aren't we still in the middle of the street? Somebody be suspicious. Good night, Dirili. May you dream in peace forever. So he's gonna do this to Shin too?
Stop!
Toma, no! How could you?
Oh. Wow, so Ukyu doesn't kill us in every story, huh? Or, well, there's still one more bad end. Which we will go after right now. Oh, how you disappointed me, Toma. I'm very disappointed in you, young man. Alright, let's see here. Open save 4. This time I choose Sawa. That's good. You still trust me, at least.
Well, that's natural. There's no reason at all to avoid Sawa.
I don't really mind, but I can't rely on a girl to protect you. So, you're saying it's okay if she sleeps in the same room as a man? Of course not. That's why I said I can't trust anyone else.
Oh, so that's what he meant. Sawa, what's going on?
Ouch! What is this? Is something wrong? It's swollen. I must have twisted my leg when I fell down the stairs.
Wow, her ankle's really swollen. That looks painful.
Sorry to ask, but do you have any painkillers? I don't think I can sleep like this.
Huh. I don't think you bought any. Oh right, the owner's room was near the lounge. It's a little scary, but maybe we should go. Well, it's not just a little scary. And Sawa, she wouldn't be able to go with her leg like that. You can't help it. You need to go it alone. But be super careful.
Yeah, let me grab that lamp over there to use as a weapon, in case somebody's down here lurking.
Mr. Owner? No reply. This isn't good. Maybe you should call out a little louder this time. But you shouldn't be alone for too long.
What is it? Do you need something from the owner?
Oh, it's just Ukyo.
With his crazy eyes.
And wait, it looks like he's holding something that looks like a knife. Run!
Too slow, fool.
What? I'm alive? I know I had one more choice left, but that seemed like death.
Pull yourself together. You need to call for help. No, Dirili.
Were you the culprit?
Nope. The culprit you're talking about wasn't me. If you had just died back then, while you were unconscious, you wouldn't have had to go through a scary and painful thing like this. Culprit, huh? It looks like Shin was pretty wary about him. He was so concerned with the person from that night. I bet he never imagined that he called a real murderer here. This is all just so sad. For him and for me.
What does he mean?
Anyway, it's time to say farewell.
No, I need to find help. Someone, Shin. Okay, so maybe Ukyo does kill us in every route. Okay, so that was all of Shin's ending. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Toma or Iki next, because somebody asked me to do Toma, but I really wanted to save him for last since his story is kind of intense. And I feel like it would be a good thing to do right before that other ending stuff that I don't want to spoil for everybody yet. So, I don't know. I'll decide that later. In any case, I hope to see you in my next video or some of my other ones. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to share some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.